This is what we created today. I wanted something Elsa, like the bold look I did, but more wearable. And I thought a smoky eye mix would just be perfect because if you're a Disney bride and you like a little bit of bold drama, but you want Elsa, I got you. Frozen 2 palette by ColourPop. Not available, very old, but the Fade Into Hue palette has a lot of the similar shades to it that you can use as well. Taking a fluffy brush, popping it in this pink right here. And I'm just working it into this outer corner and into the crease. I want to go ahead now with a little bit of this blue. And I'm going to take this more on like a packing brush, but it has a little fluff to it. And we're just popping that blue right on top of some of that pink. And then working it into the crease, a little bit lower than that pink. Now some of this maroon. This is a packing brush. It's still a little fluffy though, so it'll allow a little bit of a blend. So just popping that there. Let me bring it a little closer so you can see what I'm doing. Probably would help if I have the light next to me. And just re-blend some of that in. So this is gonna help really create like a purple. With colors like this, you have to take your time and work the blend back up because a lot of times you'll lose a lot. This is literally an Elsa smoky eye, and I'm here for it. So on this side, I'm gonna repeat the same thing. Just gonna pop some blue on the outer edge on top of that pink and work it into the crease a little bit below that pink. We're just looking to create transition in colors. Because what I really like is that we're creating a smoky eye, but if you look at the color story, it goes with Elsa. For the shimmers, I'm going to start off with this. I started with this one first. I'm just going to pop that right there to meet that maroon on the end. Then I'm going to stick my finger into this one that I ruined and bring that into the inner corner. This is going to help create a gradient. And then once you focus the majority of it along your lash line, take your finger and just start patting to help create like a gradient of shimmer. Because that's what we're aiming for the eye. We want it to look glammy. Glammy but smoky but Elsa. Taking a bit of that silver shimmer as well and popping that right in the inner corner to help give it more of a pop. So when you have glitter that likes to be stubborn, I take a spoolie and then I'll just scrape it off. So I'm going to prep my under eyes. I did no skin prep today. Shame on me. It's okay. Gives me a real idea of what I'm going to be dealing with. So I will do e.l.f. Halo Glow. I'm not going to do the highlighter method under my eyes today. We're just going to use the Halo Glow so you can kind of see the effect it gives. Another reason why I didn't do prep, because this stuff is nice and hydrating on me. I like to bring it under my eyes because it gives part of that sheen and it's light coverage. I have dots going on my forehead right now, so please don't mind those. I did a skin treatment. And my skin broke out a little bit. So we have dots on my forehead. They'll go away. You see how glossy I look just with the Halo Glow? I just love the colors of the smoky eye. You can see the shifting of the maroon and the blue with the shimmers, and I just think it's so pretty and unique. For foundation, we're using Your Skin But Better. I'm just going to do a half a pump. We're going to call this frosted skin, not glass skin today. Keeping it cool toned, I'm going in with the e.l.f. Halo Glow. This is a cool toned contour. We are surprisingly going to keep it cool toned today. Besides my forehead, my skin is looking really, really good. I don't know if you can see, like, look at the base. hormones. I always notice, maybe TMI, but I always notice closer to my cycle or on my cycle, my forehead looks its worst when it comes to my fine lines. And I'm pretty sure it's like the hormone shifts. Translucent setting powder under my eye, and I'm just going to lightly pat that in. I didn't do concealer today. It was on purpose. This time it was on purpose because I'm kind of testing how I can get away with the e.l.f. Halo Glow and just the foundation under my eyes, and kind of see if I can counteract and use the Halo Glow as a concealer. I know it sounds crazy, but I like to try crazy things sometimes. All right, I want to show you something because you see all these lines on my forehead going on right now. Actually, I should probably pat some of them out because I don't think. Okay. But you see them? I'm kind of scrunching my forehead. I want to show you like how the setting powder just goes in and blurs. So I'm just gonna pat that right in. And I kind of do like a firm press up here with it. My forehead only. Sometimes I'll do that under my eyes as well. But I try to be careful not to press too hard because I don't want to aggravate them. But I like to take it and press it nicely into my forehead to get into those crevices. You see that difference? They're still there, but they're very much blurred. So setting powder is definitely a good investment for longevity and blurring, but you have to find the right one that works for you. This is the Too Faced Born This Way, and it's been my tried and true since I started my makeup. I'm just placing a little bit of a highlight powder right in the inner corner of my under eye to kind of see what I can do in terms of blending everything in. Right now it's going to make my under eyes look pretty dry, but once I get my powders on, I have an idea. And I love how I still have like a glass sheen to my skin. Do you see this? That is the Halo Glow. It leaves a nice glassy finish. I really thought doing this combo to my skin today was going to make me look like the Night of the Living Dead. But it's actually very, very pretty. We are working quick. I like this. I'm taking MAC Fix Plus. Ooh, that has glitter. No, right there. Just gonna press that in under the eye. Because I added all those powders, I really want to focus some hydration back under the eye. And this is gonna isolate and add that. So you can see how it's starting to become shiny again. Not too shiny, but enough to rehydrate the under eyes while not compromising the coverage I placed under there. You don't want this saturated for this part, okay? Then it's gonna cake up and lift everything up. A nice gentle pat down gives you complete control of that. I want to transition the eye look into the face. So we're gonna take some of the blush on this very fluffy brush that I'm using and just buff. If you feel like it's not blending enough for you, I will take this nice little brush that I use for the blue without any extra products and lightly, because this is not a circular brush. So because it's not a circular brush, it's not gonna, we have to be careful with how we blend it. I like fluffy brushes to do this usually, but all of my fluffy brushes are dirty. Do you see how it's just blending it into the rest of the skin? You have to, the key is not adding additional product. And I always enjoy bringing my blushes and contours into it. Honestly, if you're leaning more towards like rustic tones, reds, oranges, colors along those lines, you can easily use your contours or bronzers to buff all that out. Whether it's cool toned or warm toned, kind of pair it with what your eye look is. That's why I'm keeping the cool toned blush with the cool toned eye and bringing it down into the skin. because by buffing it here on the outer edge and then bringing it down, it's going to blend into the rest. The same thing that you would do with a bronzer. You'd have the warm tone blush, which would all pair together. Oh, I pulled out a white liner. I wish I had like a baby blue, but I don't, so white it is. Black would just close the eyes off too much and create more drama. I want to do a quick set. I'm using the Juvia's Place mattifying because I do have the extra hydration from the e.l.f. Halo Glow, as you can see underneath. This will help keep everything at bay, hopefully. That is a very nice finish. I look very glossy. Just how I expect frozen skin to look. Cool tones, frosty, glossy. For lip combo, we are doing the Pharmacy 205 and the BFF3 by ColourPop. And this is the completed look. I think the lippy paired perfectly with this. Let me show you close up what we are looking at here. Do you see this? This skin. I hope you guys enjoyed watching me create this. I plan to do a soft glam version of this. But if you liked seeing me create this, please give this video a thumbs up, like, subscribe, and do all the things so that I can continue creating content I know you love. And I can't wait to see you in the next one.